So we'll take a blanket or a towel if you're at home, roll it up. It kind of mimics a foam roller idea. Kind of before foam rollers came out, or at least before I knew about them, this is how we did this.
Put it on our neck or shoulder.
We'll put them underneath our shoulder blades, so you'll put it perpendicular to the mat. And you kind of aim for the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, so it's usually a lot lower than you might think. And we're gonna do a moving bridge with it in a second, but first I just want your body to get used to it. So you kind of, it's maybe down middle of your back, and then you let your actual shoulders go onto the floor. And arms can go out, palms up, or wherever it feels the best.
Bra strap.
Yeah, kind of like at the bra strap area, yeah. And then once you get it, I'll come help you too, but if you feel like it's too thick, you can just unroll it a little bit. I'll turn the lights down a bit. So maybe a little lower. And then so then your actual, it puts you into a little bit of a back bend. So then your shoulders will be on the mat. And if it's too intense, then you just back it off a bit. Everybody feel okay? You can always adjust it. Yeah, that looks good. So your shoulders themselves are on the floor or the mat. And you've got this little roll that's pushing up in the middle of your vertebrae of your back. Could be like at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, or maybe even the bottom of your rib cage on the back. If this is too much of a bend in your low back, you can bend your legs up. If it feels good to straighten your legs, then just straighten your legs. And then you can even kind of rock side to side a little bit, just to get a little bit more pressure. Kind of just decide how that feels. Let me get the do not disturb on. So this will just lift your chest up a bit. And then just take some nice full breaths in and out. And then if you want to roll to your side, or you can rock and roll to seated position. Kind of wakes up our upper back. I don't know about you, but a lot of times I sleep like in a little ball in the fetal position. So this helps to just start the process of back bending for your day. And I can tell the good posture, it doesn't just look nice, it's really good for breathing, for your respiration. So if you think about it, during the day, even today or whenever, if you just feel like you're slouching forward, just kind of think about that blanket roll that you lean back into. It also keeps your heart shining forward, keeps the organs working better because you get better breath. So nothing's so compressed. So that's the idea of that. All right, so let's just start by taking a big inhale in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw release. Just allow yourself to be in this moment for this class. Don't worry about anything that happened before class or anything that might happen after. Just give yourself the gift of the present moment. If there's an intention you'd like to set for your class or maybe a dedication, it said good vibes to anyone that needs a little extra love today. And then take your arms out to the sides with your inhale, big breath in. Push down through your sits bones and reach your arms up toward the ceiling, palms together, look up at your thumbs, take a breath. And then exhale, forward bend over your legs. And just let yourself settle here. Notice where you feel the sensation of the stretch. And then sit back up. Switch the cross of your legs if they're crossed. Reach your arms out to the sides again, big inhale, palms come together, look up at your thumbs. Heart shines forward. Exhale, forward bend over your legs. Check in with your neck, maybe take your head side to side, getting in any tension out of there. And then bring your attention again to where you feel the sensation of the stretch. Walk your hands back up. Good. Stretch your legs out straight. Pump our feet a little bit, flex and point. Make some space in between your toes. And then give your legs a little love tap. And then we're going to come to standing. So whenever you're ready, take your time, come on up to standing. You can keep that blanket roll over there for maybe Shavasana if you want. And then once standing, just stand in the mountain pose again. So the good posture pose, shoulders over your hips, hips over your heels, leaning back a little bit more. Normally, life brings us forward so much that we're kind of rounded. So we kind of counteract that by leaning back. Inhale your arms out to the sides again, big breath in. Palms come together just like we were seated. Look up at your thumbs. On your exhale, let your left arm come down and lean your right arm over to the side. Just a nice little side stretch. Once here, lean back a little bit and look up. Stretching your neck. And both arms come back up, inhale. And then the other side. So right arm, left arm comes down, right arm leans over. Look up, lean back. And just notice in your neck where you feel sensation. Keep pressing down through your legs. Reach both arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend, carefully leading with the heart space. And once you get here, let your head feel heavy to stretch your neck long. Shake your head, let yes and no. Bend your knees a lot. See if you can reach for the floor either with your fingertips or we can grab a block for you. And then start to pedal your heels up and down, getting into the back of the legs a little bit. As you're pedaling, push your big toes down into the floor a little bit more. Good. Lift up halfway when you feel ready. Inhale, shoulders back, crown of the head toward me, just look straight down. Exhale, forward bend again, and then stand up with strong legs, reaching up. Rise up. Pressing down, but also reaching up through the top of your head and your fingertips. Hands to heart, hands to sides. Good. Both arms up again, inhale. This time we're gonna interlace all of our fingers, but release the index fingers, pointing up toward the sky. Press down through your legs and then lean to the left. Get taller, so you're trying to lengthen up your spine and then lean a little bit more. And we'll do it 3 times. A little taller and then lean. Good. And then keep the arms and switch sides. Your arms are kind of squeezing towards your ears. 3 times, pushing down through your legs to be able to get taller 3 leans to the right. And then come back up, keep the arms, I know it's hard, keep your knees a little bit bent, lean back, look up, inhale. And then keep the arms as you exhale, forward bend, and then you can let your arms go. Shake them out a little bit, feel how strong you are, shake your head out a little. Halfway to lift up, hands come to the shins, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And then rise up, pressing down through your legs, reach up, inhale. Palms together, hands to heart, hands to sides. Good. Inhale, arms straight forward this time. Palms face each other. Once your arms are up here, push your thumbs up toward the ceiling. Bend your knees, a little bit of a standing back bend, lead the heart forward, lean back, look up. And then exhale, hands to your lap, your legs. Maybe take your feet a little wider. Find the stability in your legs. We'll do standing cat and cow. So your bottom lifts up, your face lifts up, inhale. Let the whole front of your neck stretch and then exhale, round and tuck. And continue following the rhythm of your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple more. When you lift, see if you can widen your collarbones apart a little bit more. And then very slowly, when you're ready, come to standing. Good. Feel your feet on the mat and then reach your arms up again. Straight forward, palms face each other. Parallel. Good. Exhale, forward bend all the way down now. Take a half lift. Breathe in, hands to shins or the floor, and then step your right leg back for a lunge. Feel your strength. You don't really need your hands here. That's how strong I want your legs to be. Hold this. Breathe fully in, down to your belly, maybe even down to your right heel. Feel that breath moving through the body. And then we're going to step forward. Right leg comes back forward, half lift. Breathe in. Exhale, left leg back. You're slowly warming up the legs. Belly buttons lifting up. You don't even need your hands really here. That's how strong your legs are. Good. Breathe. And then step left leg forward. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, right leg back again. Right knee lowers gently down onto the mat. Find a happy spot for it, maybe above the kneecap. Maybe tuck your toes for a little more stability, or press the tops of your feet, top of your feet. Shoulders down, Anjaneyasana. Squeezing to the midline, really feeling the strength, and then stretching out from there. Hands can come down, twist to the left very gently. Left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. We're going to step forward again. Tuck your back toes, step forward. Half lift only, inhale. Exhale, left leg back, lunge. Find the strength of your legs and then lower gently your left knee down. Find a happy spot for it, tuck your toes or not, but press the foot down and then rise up. Shoulders down, hearts lifted. Reach up, lean back. Looking good, everybody. Hearts are shining forward. Hands come down, twist to the right. Pull your right hip back just a little bit, tone your abdominals. Looking good. Right hand comes down, tuck your back toes, lift your knees, step forward. We're gonna stand up, so come up slowly. However you'd like to get there, reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, and hands to sides. Hang on to something if you'd like, or balance on your left leg, bend your right leg. Reach for your foot or your ankle. Left arm for balancing. Keep squeezing through the middle. Keep lifting up the heart space. Yes. Squeeze and breathe. If today your leg's like, I don't feel like balancing, just hang on to something and get the quad stretch. Reach up through the top of your head and push your foot down. Both feet actually. And then switch sides carefully. Right leg super strong. Keep reaching up through the top of your head. Left leg bends, reach for the foot or the ankle. The left hand out for balancing or holding on to something. Still squeezing to the midline of the body. Belly's in. Pushing down through your standing leg, reaching up through the top of your head. Good job. Breathe. And release. Whew, good work. Okay, left leg again, warrior three. So this is a standing balance. Your arms can be out to a T or hands to hips, hands to heart, reach forward, lean forward, right leg goes back. Toes point down. Arms can be wherever they feel the most supportive for you. Keep your big toe on the left foot really grounded down. And the back leg, you don't have to lift it too far. Soon as you feel a little bit of wobbly, hold to the center. Keep reaching up through the top of your head. Good job. Keep up the good work. Slowly come down for a safe landing. And shake it out. Right legs turn. Even though we're leaning forward, still think about root to rise. So push energy out the back of your left foot. Push energy out the top of your head. Every muscle of your body is squeezing to the midline. Beautiful. Holding and breathing and then coming down for a safe landing. Good job. Keep working at it. I like to do a little hip circle after big standing poses like that. So if you want, if it feels good, you just kind of come to the ball of your foot and roll it around. Beautiful. Okay, one more tree pose. So left leg strong. Open your right knee out to the side. If you want, you can just put your heel on top of the other foot, or you could reach it up by the ankle, or up higher if you want to. Wherever your foot is, you're pushing your foot and your leg toward each other. So that's hugging to the midline. And then you're pushing your leg down to rise up through the top of your head. Sometimes I like to put my hands on top of my head to remind myself to push up. Beautiful, good balance, everyone. Release that side. Did you guys know that the word Tula means balance in Sanskrit? So when I first named Tula, I wanted that name, but Tula, T-U-L-A in Sanskrit, there's tons of Tulas in the world. So then my friend was like, well, what about this kind of Tula, T-O-U-L-A? You guys can do the other side too. And I was like, well, what's it mean? She was like looking through some thesaurus or some book, you know? And she said, it means divine light. And I was like, in Greek. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
It's better.
Yeah, even better. I'm like, okay. And then I remembered about that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And that girl's name is Tula on there, short for Tula. But then she goes to the American family that she's dating, the son of, and they're like, what's your name mean in your language? And she goes, light of God. And they're like, oh. So I thought that was funny. I was like, okay, I'll take it. That's Tula. But really, I really wanted it because I feel like yoga gives me balance in my life. So that's how it first started. Finding our balance every day. Good. Take a breath. Stand in your mountain pose when you're ready. Again, just good posture. Not just because it looks good, but because it helps with everything else. If you're just crunching up your organs all the time, It's not quite as good. Let's make our feet a little bit wider now. We'll do a little bit of twisting. Just twist through the middle. You did one gentle twist already in your low lunge. Excuse me. I want to do a little bit more twisting. Just getting into the middle of the body. And then scoop your arms out to the sides, inhale. And then push your palms straight down in front of your body, kind of brushing the aura in front of you. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more. Feel the shoulder joints, feel whatever sensations you have here. Keep your feet a little bit wide. And then we'll do the rise and drop. So you just lift up onto the balls of your feet, find your balance again. It should be pretty easy on 2 legs compared to 1 now. And then drop your heels and let your body shake. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Every Tuesday I have a call with my Qigong teacher. And yesterday he was kind of just talking about all these different, I don't know, I shouldn't call them fads, but you know, like ice baths or different things that become popular, and trying to show us ways that are less expensive to do things. But this whole shaking thing is one of the things that you can do for lymph and everything. If you didn't have a rebounder at home, or there's these machines that vibrate your whole body, you know, that are pretty expensive. Even hyperbaric chambers, he was talking about, you know, just do more breath work and do, you know, whatever. And so I thought it was interesting, but I thought, okay, we need to do the more shaking stuff again in yoga. So you just kind of shake it out. And even there's some sort of exercises where you set a timer and you just literally shake, just kind of like this for like a minute or 3 minutes or however long you can take it, you know? So it's like, you're just shaking all the stuff out of your body. All the stuff you don't want. Okay, so come to the front of the mat and we'll do a few sun salutations now that we're nice and warmed up. It's just standing in mountain pose, feel the breath coming in and down. Rooting down through your legs, rise your arms up, let them float up, inhale. Exhale, forward bend, and go to plank pose. So once you get here, bend your legs, plant your hands, feet go back, plank. You can do this on your knees or not. Look at the top of the mat as you slowly lower down onto your front. Point your toes, tops of the feet to the floor. Roll your shoulders back, elbows in, cobra. Think about lengthening, not just jamming yourself up. And then exhale, down dog. Hold down dog for a breath. Explore. Firm your arms toward each other. Maybe bend your knees a little bit to get more space in your low back. Maybe bend your arms, rock your shoulders onto your back better, re-straighten your arms. And then lift your right leg up high toward the ceiling. Bring your right knee in toward your nose. And then step your foot forward. Spin your back heel down. Rise straight up. Warrior 1. Breathe. Shoulders down. Still the heart's lifting. Looks good. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, down dog. Lift your left leg up nice and high. Squeeze your arms toward each other. Bend your leg. Bring it forward. Knee toward your nose, step through. Right leg spins down, rise up, warrior 1. Squeezing to the midline, chest is lifted, shoulders down. Can you feel the power of your body, but also be light and lifted? So not rigid. So you're strong, but still things are flowing. Hands come down, let's step forward this time. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward bend, and then stand up, pushing your legs down, rise all the way up. Reach up. hands to heart and hands to sides. Remember your intention if you set one, or your dedication. Feel your posture, let the heart shine forward. Good. Inhale straight up with the arms again, extended mountain pose. Feel your ribs stretch, feel the breath coming in even better. Exhale, forward bend and plank. When you're ready, walk back, hop back. Knees or no knees. Squeeze your elbows in, come on down to your belly. Point your toes, cobra. Elbows in. Exhale, down dog. Hold and breathe in down dog. Let your head feel heavy to stretch your neck longer. Lift your right leg up again, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Spin your back heel, rise up, warrior one. One more time. Make your legs so they feel stable. Maybe you take them wider, adjust as needed. Good. Keep your warrior one, left arm's going down behind you. Look up a little higher toward your right hand. Good. Reach both arms up again and then come forward, but on the inside of the front leg, reaching down in front of the front leg or to a block. If you need one, I can grab you one. Good. Humble warrior. Push your knee open a little bit on the right foot. Going toward the pinky toe. Use your strong abdominals and strong legs to lift your torso back up. Take some balance. Inhale. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, plank. Look at the top of your mat as you slowly lower down onto your front. Hold on to your belly for just a second. Point your toes. Isometrically drag your hands back so your body goes forward more. Can you feel that? So pull back so your body goes forward and then lift up cobra. Press the tops of your feet so much that your knees lift up. And then down dog. When you're ready, left leg's turn, lift it up. Bring it forward. Spin your back heel, take your time, there's no rush. Squeeze your legs, rise up, inhale. Once you get here, we're gonna lean back a little bit. So right arm goes back. Left arm reaches up a little higher, look up, inhale. Good, both arms reach up for stability. Reach both arms down on the front of the front leg. Or a block. Humble warrior. Yeah. Super strong legs. Pull your left hip back a little bit and right hip forward. Use the strength of your abdominals and your legs to reach your arms back up. Inhale. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, plank again. And lower onto your front. We're going to rest on our front. Maybe fold your arms, turn your head one way or the other. And in just a second, I'll have you turn your head the other way. This is a good chance to pause and feel your breath. Maybe you feel your abdomen pushing down into the floor. Maybe you feel your back ribs fill. Turn your head the other way if it's one way or the other. Or if one way feels more stuck, you can always keep it, hold it there longer. We're gonna stay on our front and do a little dancing cobra. So we'll take our arms wide into a V shape on our fingertips. This gives more space underneath our armpits. So on fingertips, lift straight up to the center of the mat, inhale. And then exhale one ear down toward the floor. You guys can pick. And then inhale to the center again. Keep the tops of your feet pressing into the mat. Other ear down. Couple more times each direction. And then lift yourself when you're ready up to Sphinx pose, so up onto your elbows. Yes. And then bend your right leg up. Reach back with the right hand, see if you can reach your foot. I also have belts or straps if you need to. If you can't reach, squeeze your legs toward each other. Push your foot into your hand, kind of like it's trying to straighten, but then you're pulling it back. So it's kind of this resistance. Yeah. And if this doesn't work for your back, you can always go to your side like this. Shoulders back, chest is still shining forward. Good. Switch sides when you're ready. Pushing and pulling. Squeeze your legs toward each other just a little bit for some more muscular energy. Lift your heart forward. One more breath here, hold. Good, and let it go. Okay, you have a choice. You can either do that exact same thing one leg at a time, or if you would like to try, you'll do both legs. So you bend back, hold both ankles or feet. And then you're gonna lift your head and chest up, push your feet into your hands, bow pose. Squeeze your legs toward each other. Or just do one at a time. Good. I like to look down, keeping my neck straight. Otherwise I get a little dizzy. So you just listen to your body and see how you feel. Lift your chest a little higher, inhale. And then exhale, lower down and push back to child's pose. Or any other counter pose that feels good to you. Take your time. In child's pose, feel more space coming into your low back. Let your hips settle toward your heels a little bit more. If you set an intention, bring it back to mind. And then we're going to slowly come up to hands and knees. You're going to open the chest a little bit more with thread the needle. So right arm will go up, look up, and let's move this one if it feels okay to you. We'll do it like 3 times. Right arm goes behind left, come to the right shoulder, right side of the head, and then straight back up. Make more space between your arms. Full inhale and then exhale to lower. One more time. Once you're settled onto the right side of your head and shoulder, see if you feel too twisty. If you do, pull your right hip forward a bit. If you feel like you want a little bit more pressure on your shoulder and your head, you could take your left arm instead of a kickstand, you could take it back behind you. And then there's one more step if you want to try it. Your left leg could go straight, tuck your left toes under, and then you'll turn a little bit more. It's just an option. If you try it and it doesn't work for you, then you can come back up. Good, beautiful, everyone. Very carefully come out of that, back to hands and knees, and then just stop before we go to the other side and just give yourself a chance to feel whatever you feel. And then we'll go to the left side. 3 times moving, inhaling left arm up, exhaling left arm through. Come to lie on the left shoulder inside of the head. 2 more times. Come to lie on your left side. The right hand can be a kickstand or it can reach behind you to make a little bit more pressure. And then if you want even more, straighten your right leg back, tuck your right toes under for some stability. Full breaths in, complete breaths out. Letting things move so they don't get stagnant. Doing good, everybody. Slowly come out of it when you're ready. Back to hands and knees. Make some big body circles when you get up there. Go both directions. And then back to the center. We're gonna go to pigeon land, as I like to say. So you can get there just from hands and knees, but if you want to go to down dog first, go for it. And then the right knee will come up toward the right wrist. And then you make the angle of the low leg, whatever your knee allows. Priority is hips and belly button are straight ahead, and maybe you stay upright for a moment, getting your strength. And then maybe lower down onto your elbows, onto a block. And you just see how you feel. To keep your front knee protected, you can check, but make sure your ankle's not twisted. One way to fix that is just to flex your foot into the floor. And your back leg is hugging toward the middle of the mat. Keep the breath flowing. Belly button still straight ahead. Make space between each vertebrae, so you're really trying to lengthen forward just as much as anything else. Maybe walk your elbows forward to help with that. And then if you need more of a stretch, you can kind of take your right hip to the right a bit and tack it straight back down. You can also walk your left knee backwards more. See if you can make a little bit more length in your neck. Pulling your shoulders back, reaching the crown of the head toward me. And then very carefully, when you're feeling ready, slowly come out of it. Back to hands and knees, or all the way back up to down dog. You can even lift that leg up, shake it out a little bit. Shake your toes out too, don't forget those. And then let's switch sides. Left leg's turn. Bring it forward. Hips straight ahead. And then make length through your spine, your shoulders relax. Just very gently finding the pigeon pose that feels the best to your body. And make it deeper by taking your left hip to the left, tack it straight back down, walk your right knee backwards. And we find the place of yin and yang balance. We don't collapse and we're not super rigid. We're finding the place where we find support of the pose, the back leg is hugging to the middle. And yet we're still stretching. Drawing in just as much as you extend out. Hold one more breath. Then we're going back to down dog or hands and knees. So I was having a memory of back when I was in teacher training at Fusion Yoga with Marsha Neeland. And she would have us do pigeon 3 times. We're not going to do it 3 times, but I thought maybe we'll try it twice because we don't really usually have time. So let's try it. So right legs turn again and just see how that changes things. See what it feels like to do it twice. Belly button straight ahead. And then again, drawing in with muscular energy just as much as you're stretching out. And I'll time us for 1 minute. Approximately 5 breaths of mine. Again, find the place in the middle. Not too much and not too little. Very carefully come out of it. And then switch sides again. Keep your mind on the sensations in the body. If thoughts come in, just ignore them. Very carefully come out of that. Back to hands and knees or down dog. Good job, everybody. Pedal it out if you're on down dog. And if you're on hands and knees, maybe wiggle it out, shake it out. And then we're going to come to seated position. Take your time. Sit on up. Feel your new legs. Let's come to butterfly. So the bottoms of the feet come together. Soles together, lean back, look up. Let the heart shine forward again and then lean forward. Bow down toward your heart. Feel the sensations of the back or the hips, wherever you feel a stretch. And then inhale, come back up. Right leg is going to go out straight, well, to a diagonal, but straightened. Bend your left leg in. Scoot your buns back a little bit so you're on your sits bones better. Sit up tall again. Right arm will reach for your right foot. Doesn't have to touch it. Keep the legs strong, the toes pointing up, the knee pointing up toward the ceiling. And then just lean over. So a side stretch, left arm goes up and over. Lean back, look up. And now lift back up, twist your body toward your straight leg. Reach arms up, stretch your ribs, and then lean straight forward over the diagonal leg. Keep the strength of your legs as you're stretching. So you're drawing in just as much as you're stretching out. That's the balance of yin and yang. And then come back up. Take this same leg, the straight leg, and you're going to cross it over the bent leg, like this. the best you can. If it doesn't cross over, just come here or somewhere around here, okay? Push down through your strong legs, rooting down to rise up, and then you're gonna twist toward the door. So pushing down through the legs, one hand can be at the floor, one to your knee, just for some extra support. Twisting through, pushing your right hip down just a little bit more if it's lifted like mine is. Push down to lift up and turn through the middle of your body. Your head can stay neutral. It doesn't even have to turn if you don't want it to. If you want, you can look past your right shoulder. One more breath here, and then come back to the center. Good. Okay, let that leg go. Got one more to go. Left leg out to the diagonal. Side body stretch first. Reach your left hand to your left foot. Reach right arm up and over, lean back, look up. Sometimes I forget names of body parts, like foot. I was like, I almost said hand. I don't know what I said. One more breath. Come back up when you're ready. Turn your body toward the straight leg. Reach both arms up, stretch your ribs, lean forward. Be able to come back up when you're ready. Take that leg, cross it all the way over if you can. My left hip is up pretty high, so I'm just starting to push down. Like if you really want to be in alignment, you would take like a blanket roll, for me anyway. I would put it under my right hip, so then both hips are equal. You guys all look great. Push your legs down, lift up your torso, and then twist to the left, so toward the mirrors. Pushing down, twisting through the middle. You don't ever have to twist your head if you don't want to, but if you do, you're looking past your left shoulder. Looking good. Feel that nice twist. Compressing now some of the internal organs, which actually does put more blood flow to those organs, bringing more oxygen. And then they can get a little bit of boost. And then come back to the center, let that leg go. Both legs go out straight. Give them a little love pat again. Thank them. And then we'll come to lay on our backs. If you like that blanket roll, like a foam roller, you can put it under your back again, but you don't have to. And then I'll get the lights down a bit. Bring your knees in toward your chest. Rock side to side. Maybe a gentle twist on your back if you'd like. Both knees to the side. Any supine twist is fine. Maybe one leg is straight. Maybe both legs are bent. You decide. Maybe another bridge pose. Just a couple more poses to clear. Even windshield wiper would be good. See if you can tune into what your body needs. And then you can get settled into your final position, your Shavasana. Take your time. Plenty of room in here if you want to do legs up the wall. We have 5 minutes. Use this 5 minutes completely. It's a good practice for meditation, mindfulness. When your thoughts come up, just pause them, let them float by. Ignore whatever works for you and bring your attention back to your breath. That would be your focus point. If it helps you to feel tactile things, maybe you feel your ribs push against the floor as you breathe in. Maybe you bring your hands to your abdomen and feel the belly rise and fall. And also keep a word or words in your mind. Inhaling, maybe for a 3 or 4 count. 3 or 4 count on the exhale. Or simply words in English like breathe in, breathe out. Or any other mantra that you prefer. Notice where your intention is. Without any sort of judgment about it, bring it back to the breath. Take 3 more nice full inhale and exhales, 1 for the mind, 1 for the body, and 1 for the spirit. Remember your intention if you created one, or your dedication. And after your 3rd conscious breath, start to wiggle around a little bit, stretching out your hands and feet, wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe full body stretch. Anything else that feels good, and then meet me in a seated position, however you'd like to come up. We bring our palms in front of our hearts in a gesture of gratitude. Look down at your own heart, be grateful for yourself. Thank yourself for showing up and doing something good for yourself. Thanks for practicing. Namaste. Yeah, keep your balance, no matter who tries to throw you off. Keep it balanced. Thanks, everybody.